is John Nardozzi, health coach and nutrition expert. I want to thank you for visiting my website, topratehealth.com. And I hope that you saw the introductory video that, real brief in 4 or 5 minutes, tells you the 5 core principles that I teach to help optimize your health. And the first one is hydration. Now, most scientists and doctors in the Western world will tell me that water is just water. It's just H2O, and it should be at a pH of 7. Well, through my current research of 2 years, I have been studying a lot of Japanese and Korean doctors, and there's actually a branch of study called water structure. It's actually a branch of science. Let me give you a short history of what I'm talking about. Back in the 1930s, Russian scientists wanted to go and study the Hunza people. They live high in the Himalaya mountains, and they're a record that they live well into their 100s, and they die more of a natural death. And they were asking, why are these people living long? Well, of course, it's also the good food that they consume, but it's also the water that they're consuming. And it comes from high off of melted glacier snow, and it's called ionized, electron-rich, microclustered water. And I'm going to explain each of those properties of what they mean. But this melted glacier snow comes down the mountains, and as the water is smacking up against the rocks, it's causing ionization, where minerals suspend in water, creating it to be highly alkaline. The second property is when the water is coming down the stream, it absorbs lots of oxygen in the atmosphere, making it tons of electron-rich water. Some say there's actually antioxidants in water. Yes, in this water that happens naturally, it does. And then their third property is actually the microclustering of this water. This water is actually smaller in cluster size, and under current scientific research, they've used the nuclear magnetic resonance, or we call MRI, and looking at rotational spin, that these clusters of water are 4 to 6 molecules in size. When your bulk water, like your tap water, your reverse osmosis, your distilled, or any other bottled waters, is actually clumpier water, and it's 20 to 24 molecules. The analogy I give is pretend like your cell walls are like that of a chain link fence. All other waters are like the size of a golf ball. This ionized, electron-rich, microclustered water is the size of BBs. Now let's say I took a handful of golf balls and I threw it at that fence, and then I took a handful of BBs and I threw it at that fence. What do you think is actually going to enter into the cell much quicker? The ones with the BBs. So I just wanted to share with you just the short history of this, and knowing that the Japanese, Enagic is the company that makes this ionizer. This is the only ionizer on the market that is actually a certified medical device. All these other ionizers that are on the market under my current research are not certified. So I want you to know that Kangen, made through Enagic, is the best ionizer to get. And there's multiple number of machines you can get, and you can contact me and I can tell you what those are. But I want to share with you really quick, I have a machine right behind me. This is the SD501. This machine makes 7 different types of water, but we're primarily going to focus just on the drinking water. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I want to show you that there are 2 different types of antioxidants. The first one is ORIC, which is measured for antioxidants found in food, but you also have antioxidants that are measured with an ORP meter through millivolts. So what I'm going to do, and anything negative on this device right here is full of antioxidants. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the water on. All this does is just hook to your tap, filters it, and goes through 7 5x7 medical grade platinum coated titanium plates, providing that energy that nature naturally does from that melted glacier snow that I was telling you about. So I'm going to turn this on, and it talks to you. I'm going to put a little bit of 9.5 Kangen water in this cup. and I want to measure the ORPs of this water. Now remember, anything negative on this device means that it's full of antioxidants. So you're going to see that this is about negative 240 and continuing to increase. So I hope that you can see that it is negative. Folks, these antioxidants, when you get it fresh out of the machine, it's going to go all over the place. This is going to combat free radicals in the brain and all throughout the body, because there's only one passageway when it comes to drinking water, and that's directly into your bloodstream. Okay? So this is 3 to 8 times stronger in antioxidants than green tea, and we all know that everybody says drink more green tea, drink more green tea, but if you drink too much green tea, it's actually acidic. So drinking this electron-rich water is the water of choice. The next thing I want to do is I want to add a little bit more water, and I want to show you the pH of this. This is 9.5, so this should be roughly purple in color. So I'm going to fill this up here. And then all I do is I have just regular pH testing, all right, that you would use for a pool. And I'm going to put these drops in it. And I'm going to swish it around, and you know that it's nice and purple. And I want to show you this alkaline pH chart. 7 is being neutral at 7. And now we're all the way over at 9.5. Now remember, what is making this water alkaline is the minerals that are in the tap water. Okay, it filters out the contaminants, and as it's going through the electrolysis, you have these minerals that are connecting to the cathode, making cathodic alkaline water. We're not adding anything into it, which a lot of people will say online that we are. We're just filtering the contaminants out and keeping the life-giving properties of the water. So that is 9.5. Folks, we are so acidic in our lifestyles. The foods that we eat are very acidic. When we go out there and we exercise, all that kind of stuff is very acidic. And oxygen-deprived acidic tissue causes disease in the body, and it leads to the demineralization of your body through your connective tissues and bones. So electron-rich alkaline water is the best source. Now I want to show you the microclustering property of this water. I'm going to show you that I'm able to make green tea without actually heating this up, which a lot of times people say, well, you have to heat up green tea in order to brew it. I'm going to show you that these small water clusters are so small that I'll actually get into the leaves and break it apart. We know that water is the most abundant solvent on the planet. So what I'm going to do here is open a tea bag. What I'm going to do is I'm going to soak this, get it nice and wet, and I want to show you that this is actually going to start brewing tea, and it's going to continue to get darker and darker and darker and darker. And it'll just keep brewing tea. People say, well, that's amazing. Again, this is showing the microclustering property. This is what makes Enagic's machine a medical device in Japan. I can go ahead and show you again that it'll continue to brew this tea using another one. So you can get 3 or 4 cups, maybe 5 or 6 using one tea bag. Okay? And I gave you a verbal illustration. I just want to show you this right here, just about the cluster size. This is bulk water from tap, reverse osmosis, and distilled, and this is the microclustered Kangen water. So, like I said, the first best thing you can do to help your health is to drink ionized, electron-rich, micro-clustered alkaline water that we call Kangen water to jumpstart your health. That's going to super hydrate and push all that acid waste out of your body. I want to thank you for your time and for your patience watching this video, and I look forward to talking to you soon.